past hour, European Council President Donald Tusk has revealed proposals for Britain's future in the EU. The document allows for a so-called emergency brake to be put on some benefits for migrants living in the UK, but the EU has rejected the British Prime Minister's call for a 4-year ban on migrants claiming welfare. David Cameron says the proposal will deliver substantial change.
Well, at the beginning of this process, we set out the 4 areas where we wanted to see substantial change, and this document delivers that substantial change. But of course, there's still detail to be worked on, there's important things to be secured, there's further work to be done, and of course, there's a negotiation at the European Council. So hard work, but I think we've made real progress.
Well, Hannah Hoexter has more on all of this from London. She joins us now. So, Hannah, we know that immigration and social security are 2 big issues with the British public. But what changes are the European Council under Donald Tusk proposing here then?
I think David Cameron was very sombre in his response. In truth, he should be very happy, actually. Donald Tusk really took on many of the concerns that David Cameron has voiced. Yes, particularly around the immigration situation. So they're basically going to put in place an emergency brake, which means that, for example, they can sort of stop in-work benefits for these EU migrants who come to Britain and try, in Britain's eyes, to take advantage of the benefits that are available. Now, it also said that there are certain things that have been conceded to, so certainly Britain's cabinet would be very happy with the clauses that have been put forward, and also, for example, about EU marriages. Now, the Minister of Interior, the Home Secretary here, called Theresa May, had voiced very reservations about, for example, sham marriages. Anyone who marries someone within the European Union can move to Britain and claim benefits. Now, these benefits, for example, if you're earning some money and you're not earning enough, you can get a top-up from the government. But they're also, what Donald Tusk hasn't proposed stopping is where EU migrants can get access to something called child benefits, which means that people who have their children in their home country can claim child benefits in England and then send them back to their home country. So a lot of sort of success for David Cameron. He certainly seems to have won Donald Tusk round. But in terms of immigration, there's a lot more to go, certainly to sort of appease enough for David Cameron to get his government on side to say, yes, let's go ahead.
Well, Hannah, another issue which is key is that of the EU's role over the years of introducing legislation which is perhaps not popular in Britain. What do the proposals say about that? Anything at all?
Yes, well, that's another, as you pointed out, yes, that's another area of contention for Britain. They have said that they will allow non-Euro countries to block certain things, but they can't veto anything that concerns Eurozone matters. So that is one thing that, for example, David Cameron had said, you know, we should all be treated equally, but they have said, look, as far as we're concerned, you cannot veto anything that doesn't concern the Eurozone party. So that, again, is sort of a win in some respects for David Cameron, but then sort of protecting the Eurozone countries at the same time.
OK, Hannah, thank you very much for the update.